Prior to moving into the current public safety building, the Needham Fire Department was housed diagonally across Chestnut Street in a wooden structure not dissimilar to a barn. In those days, fire apparatus was horse-drawn and not much more than a barn was needed. By the 1920s, with the advent of motorized fire apparatus, the facility had become inadequate. The Needham Police Department operations were located in the basement of the Town Hall building, complete with 2 holding cells for the unruly. By the end of the 20s, it was clear a bigger facility located elsewhere was needed. On Monday, March 17, 1930, town meeting voted to borrow $100,000 to erect on the site of the old Kimball School, a new combined fire and police public safety building suitable to meet the needs of the growing community. And in 1933, both departments moved into their new public safety building, where they've been located ever since. By 1949, Needham Fire Station 2 had also outgrown the horse barn-styled home and moved into the same facility that sits on the corner of Highland Avenue and Webster Street. For over 80 years, the Needham Fire and Police Departments have operated out of the current public safety building, keeping our townspeople safe. As the community has changed, our firefighters and police officers have evolved as well in the facility that planned for the future so well all those years ago. Needham has changed through the years. Needham has changed from a sleepy farming community to the knit goods capital of New England to the vibrant community it is today, with an eye on the future. As Needham moves towards that future, the need for a new Needham Public Safety Building and a new Fire Station 2 has become abundantly clear. Police work has become sophisticated through the years, and the Needham Police Department has kept up with the change. However, that modern facility built in 1933 is now showing signs of overload. Much of police work requires written record of actions taken. Storing those records have become a challenge in the current facility. Every inch of available space is utilized to store records, even areas not designated for that purpose. The current evidence locker is jammed with items that may need to be stored for years while trials and appeals run their course. Garages designed to house department vehicles are also used for impounding of vehicles. Some rooms are used for conferences, dining, training, and suspect interrogations, putting strains on personnel. Computer workstations are situated wherever they can fit, including corridors. Detectives share tight quarters, as does most of the staff. The booking area is located in a small space, creating opportunities for officer injury and damage to valuable equipment within arm's reach of those arrested. Likewise, the tight configuration of the cell areas can become dangerous for police officers when processing unruly suspects. Repair bays are also small, offering little room to work on department vehicles. In addition to the issues mentioned, the facility is in need of roof repair, among other things. Finally, the age of the building negatively impacts ADA compliance. A modern police department needs a modern building. Much like the Needham Police Headquarters, the Needham Fire Department has outgrown their current facility. Our small conference room is now utilized as office space for a number of functions. Lack of available storage space has become a significant obstacle on the fire department wing of the current public safety building. Without specified space available to store equipment and supplies, any and all areas are used. Fire apparatus has become larger through the years, but the building has not. Firefighting gear is hung on the open of the apparatus floor, exposing the equipment to exhaust fumes and personnel to off-gassing from contaminated equipment. Firefighting gear should be cleaned and dried in separate facilities, but the current building creates obstacles to this type of industrial hygiene. Our equipment dryer shares space with air pack refilling station, fire extinguishers, and our department lawnmower. Spaces between vehicles are narrow and there are trip hazards. A modern building has adequate space for personnel to respond without risk of injury. The ceilings are low and the doors are narrow, creating unwanted obstacles. Station 2 in Needham Heights deals with many of the same issues. Lack of office space, narrow doors, insufficient space to house modern fire equipment, trip hazards, and firefighting gear in the open of the apparatus floor, exposing personnel to off-gassing and becoming contaminated by exhaust fumes. These are the scenes of a modern public safety building. Room to move around fire apparatus safely without trip hazards. Organized locker facilities for firefighting equipment with air vents to keep contaminants from living areas. A spacious and inviting lobby. Training and meeting rooms. Adequate work areas for report writing. Modern dispatch areas with the latest equipment to send help when the public requests it. Locker facilities that meet the needs of personnel. Storage areas to keep records and evidence secure and readily accessible. Safe detention and booking areas. A sally port for discreet and safe entry into the booking area. Safe and functional shooting practice ranges. Needham's public safety professionals have advanced dramatically since 1933. It's time for our public safety facilities to be reconstructed to meet those advancements and take our police and fire personnel into the future.